Top 10 Preps for Beginners. Would you like to be more prepared for emergencies but don't know where to start or if what you're doing is right? This Prepping for Beginners checklist of emergency preparedness leads you with sane, expert-verified guidance for modern people through the basic steps. You will be able to manage much of what will come your way when you're done. Here are the top 10 survival tips every outdoors person should know. Number 1. Planning ahead. Prepping isn't a set of steps to take. Prepping is a mentality. It means that you accept that a disaster could strike. It means accepting responsibility for your own safety and security, and that of your family. It means being active in the face of disaster instead of passive. Planning ahead and preparing for a disaster can really help to reduce the impact that a natural disaster has on your home, your family, your business, and your life as a whole. If you plan before the storm clouds begin to gather overhead or the rivers start rising, you will have a much better chance of minimizing the potential damages and saving the lives of your family. Disaster preparedness plans vary a little depending on the types of disasters which are most likely in your area, although some of the basics are very much the same. Focus on the basics of life, which are shelter, water, and food. Number 2. Food. If you're just beginning, you don't need to worry about having a huge food stockpile. Start slow and grow it gradually. Dried beans, white rice, canned fruits and veggies, canned meat, powdered milk, multivitamins, honey, peanut butter. There is this idea that a food pantry must be loaded with canned foods and nothing else. You need to have a variety of canned, dry, and freeze-dried foods in order to diversify your diet. Otherwise, you will get bored with canned food and all that extra sodium will be bad for your health. Number 3. Water and water storage. Water is the most important part of life, and before dying, you can only go about 3 days without water. Furthermore, for hygiene and sanitation, we rely on water. For these reasons, when you start prepping, water should be your main priority. It's not enough to simply store water, though this is a good start. You will need to know how water that may be polluted can be filtered. Stockpile 1 to 2 gallons of water per person, aiming for a 3-day supply. As if all of us had the same water requirements. A lot of people don't understand how vulnerable our water supply is to disaster. Number 4. Fire. You should know alternative methods of fire starting prior to when they are needed. In order to survive cold temperatures, you need to be able to start a fire. Packing a few different types of fire starter in waterproof bags is advised. You can pack matches, a lighter, a striker, and dry tinder. If one method fails, you will be prepared with another one. Another good addition in this capacity is a small folding saw to gather more tinder. Number 5. Personal defense. You need several ways to protect yourself. Guns, rifles, shotguns, handguns, ammo, and even a few alternative survival weapons, such as a bow and arrows, slings, knives, axes, machetes, and so on. Number 6. Communication. A disaster situation may require that you are able to both receive critical updates and send information to get the help you need. As you explore your communication options, be sure that you have the capability to do both. The ability to get real-time emergency information from local authorities is critical. You may be monitoring the progress of a storm, a wildfire, or any other hazard. Timely information can help you take steps to avoid dangerous situations. You don't just need to get a ham radio license, just make sure you've got the following: an additional mobile phone, extra battery on mobile phone, a solar power charger, radio AM/FM, walkie-talkies for all members of your family. Number 7. First aid. A well-stocked first aid kit is a vital part of your disaster planning. While small bandages and antibacterial ointments are good to have in your first aid kit, if you're on a long backpacking trip, it's vital to carry a triangle bandage and gauze for compression. These items are for serious injuries and can be used with a makeshift splint. Number 8. Power and energy. Being a prepper, you should have plenty of fresh spare batteries. You need one really great flashlight, but it is also nice to have a bunch of small handheld LED flashlights. You should also have emergency candles plus matches available, as well as a candle lantern, oil lamp, or propane lantern. Be sure to include some longer fireplace-type matches or a butane wand for lighting fires in your fireplace or outdoors in a fire pit. Number 9. Prepping network or prepping community. A prepper's community may play the determining factor in how well you come out of the disaster that lie in the future. Every good emergency plan should include a network of individuals who, as a whole, possess all the skills, talents, and resources to thrive during a disaster. Survival rates significantly increase when a group of people work together. Rarely do you hear of one family intentionally isolating themselves from the group. The benefits of the group might mean the difference between life and death. Number 10. Bug out plan. If you ever have to bug out, it will be one of the worst days of your entire life. In a bug out worthy situation, people are likely to be hurt and homes are likely to be lost. Natural disasters and industrial accidents are the most likely issues that would cause you to run to the hills. These are all local or regional issues, so if you travel far enough away from the disaster's point of origin, you'll be out of harm's way. In either case, a quick response is the best response, and you'll need to already have your supplies and your plan in place before this happens. That means your bug out bags are packed and a primary location, along with alternates, has been selected. Thanks for watching the video. If you like it, then give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to our channel and